Hey everyone, X here once again, and today as you can see, I finally got my DSLR camera working with my setup, which hopefully means two things for this channel. The first one, plain and simple, more frequent content uploads. This was something that I did in the past, however, due to circumstances with my life, my schedule became extremely sporadic. Nowadays, you're waiting 2 weeks, 4 weeks, a month, 2 months before I actually upload something on this channel. I really am wanting to change that, so hopefully in future I can. Now, the other thing I want to do for this channel is one that I've been working on for quite some time now, which is giving you a variety of content outside of the Monster Hunter series, really spread my wings and provide you with more variety of content. That way, I myself am not feeling burnt out when making constant videos for the Monster Hunter series, and you get more content out of myself. So hopefully those two things will be happening in future when it comes to this channel. Now, with that being said, in today's video, I actually want to talk about something Capcom related but not Monster Hunter related. And that is of course the animated series of Devil May Cry for Netflix. We actually got a very small piece of that animated series that was recently uploaded on Twitter from the last time I checked. Now, the last time we heard any news regarding this animated series was about a month ago, and that was literally a tiny crumble of the cookie because it was basically nothing in my opinion. Yes, it was really exciting to see the Devil May Cry animated series finally get a trailer, but I really wouldn't consider it a full-on trailer. It was a teaser at best and absolutely nothing at worst. Having said that though, when we take a look at the behind the scenes stuff, this is completely different because even though it is keyframe animation, so it's like the black and white stuff, the line art and all of that, we do still get to see Dante in action, and we do even get to see some of the other characters we can expect to meet with this animated series. So that part actually gets me excited because after seeing the behind the scenes stuff and after seeing all of the stuff Netflix has released regarding animated series from video games like Dota Dragon's Blood, you got Cyberpunk Edge Runners, which is super awesome in my opinion, and the best of them all, which is League of Legends Arcane, that thing was an absolute banger. After seeing the quality of the animated stuff on Netflix when it comes to their originals, I definitely have quite a bit of an expectation for the Devil May Cry series, so I do think they are gonna do a great job of it. Now, hopefully this means that they're working closely with Capcom as well to make sure that even if they are telling an original storyline for this series, it does respect the source material. Because we have seen moments in Netflix where they start to adapt something from one media to another and they don't respect the source material. Case in point, you have something like Cowboy Bebop, which basically tried to replicate the anime one-to-one, and it became an absolute cringe fest. So hopefully this means that Capcom does have some say as to how they approach the story, the setting, some of the animations, the characteristics of certain characters, so on and so forth. That way, even if they are telling an original story with the Devil May Cry series here, they're not butchering the source material in any way, shape, or form. Now, obviously, the things that we've seen so far are merely behind the scenes footage, which means that some of these stuff might not even make it to the final product. However, if the line art animation is this good, I genuinely cannot wait to see the quality of the full finished product here. So that's definitely getting me excited. However, the reason I'm also cautiously optimistic is because we haven't heard anything about the storyline as of yet. How are they going to approach the story of this animated series for the Devil May Cry game? Is it going to be related to the games in any way, shape, or form? Will it be something like Castlevania, where they follow the same steps as the games in terms of storyline and then deviate from it eventually? Or will it be like something like Cyberpunk Edge Runners, where it's actually a side story? Basically something like they did with the anime for Devil May Cry. Or could it be like League of Legends Arcane, where it's an alternate universe in terms of lore and setting? So those are the main things I genuinely question, because the storyline could make or break this animated series if the animation is not going to do that. So yeah, I am excited for it, still cautiously optimistic because we still don't know anything about the storyline, but overall, I like what I've seen so far outside of the preview that they did a month back. Now, at the end of the day, I really am hoping that this series does well, and that's mainly because of the fact that if there's one series outside of Monster Hunter that I genuinely enjoy that has been with me since my childhood, it's going to be Devil May Cry. I got introduced to this series with the weakest entry in the mainline games, which is Devil May Cry 2, which made me appreciate the other games all the more. So yeah, I really am hoping that this does really well for Netflix and obviously for Capcom. Having said that though, still being cautious because the storyline could make or break it depending on how they approach it. But with all of that being said, what do you think about the Devil May Cry animated series based on what we've seen so far regarding behind the scenes footage and the small preview they did a month back? Do let us know in the comments below your overall thoughts and opinions regarding this upcoming animated series for Devil May Cry. And as always, if you enjoyed these videos, please consider hitting the like on the video itself and subscribing to the channel as well as hitting that bell icon so you can go ahead and catch up on any other content that I might be doing in future. Until then, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Onward and upward.